Hi guys, this is Veera. Today let's talk about there are a couple of issues with the virtual threads when you enable with the Spring Boot application. Assume that you are creating a standalone Spring Boot application which doesn't have any kind of a web capability, meaning we are just going to add just a Spring Boot starter. It will have only the core related dependencies. If you want to know what are the core related dependencies, just press the control and click on this so that you will understand what are the dependencies are available for this particular Spring Boot starter dependency. You can see it has only the Spring core related capability. Now I want to enable the virtual threads, and I'm going to add some functionality related to the scheduler. Assume that this is the standalone Spring Boot application. It doesn't have any kind of a web capability. Maybe you might have a requirement just to have a scheduler. So you don't want to have any kind of the web related features. What is that we do basically? We just add @enable scheduling, right? Now I want to add a job, the cron job. We are going to write schedule, and let's say the fixed rate is 1000 milliseconds. So this job is just to run every 1 second, and I'm just going to print some hello message here. Just let's say hello world, right? Now if I run this application, so this job is going to run for every 1 second. Let's run this and see what is going to happen. So now the job is about to start, and you can see every 1 second the message is getting printed here, right? So now if I enable the same application with the virtual thread, let's see what is going to happen. To enable the virtual thread, so we have a property called Spring Thread Virtual Enabled. Make it as a true. So now if I run the same application, let's see what is going to happen. So the previous application, which has only the platform thread, it doesn't have any kind of a virtual thread capability. Now we are going to enable with the virtual threads. Let's start this application. Right. So it executed only once with a hello world, and then it got disconnected. It says that, so the process finished with exit code 0, meaning, so this application has run only once. So whenever we enable the virtual thread, so the process is going to kill. So now the process dies. So what is that we need to do in order to fix this issue? Since we enable the virtual threads, so basically it's not going to keep the virtual thread alive. So we have to keep the thread alive. So what is that we need to do in order to keep the thread alive? So let's go to the YML application YML. There is a property called spring.main.keep-alive. By default, this is false. You see here, the description says whether to keep the application alive, even if there are, some threads, right? So, I mean, even if there are no threads, basically. So what is that we need to do is keep alive, and it's not 60 seconds. It's basically the Boolean flag is true, meaning when the scheduler runs, so it's going to run for a second first time, and then the process is going to die because there are no threads are active, right? Even if there are no threads are active, still we have to keep this process alive. Basically, we should not kill the JVM. So here it's basically it's going to kill the JVM. In order to keep the JVM alive, so we have to add this property spring main keep alive true, so that your issue is going to solve. So that's all, guys. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please do subscribe and share.